So maybe you're in the market for a Tesla, your very first Tesla, or you're a current owner thinking about maybe trading up to a second or newer Tesla. Well, what are the current changes that just happened that are going to affect every single Tesla and moving forward into next year? Let's get into the latest Tesla news. The Model Y. If you are thinking about the world's most popular EV in the Model Y, well, it's going to cost you a little more money. Tesla just rolled out here in North America a slight price increase, and here's what you really want to know. I've covered this for almost 2 years now. I've done hundreds of videos. What we've seen typically, especially with the Model Y, big price decrease at the beginning of the year, if you remember that. Here is those incremental price increases I was warning you about. This one, albeit small, but you definitely want to pay attention. Speaking of the Model Y, it's going to get even harder to get the Model Y that you want. Now, this one was kind of strange to me. Did you hear about this? The Model Y all-wheel drive, that brand new, most efficient battery that Tesla has ever made, the 4680 battery. Now you can no longer get that spec in white. You cannot get the white interior, at least for now. Tesla has actually removed it from the website. So if you remember the Model 3, the long range, you couldn't get that for months. And now, after 8 months of being off of the website, the long range Model 3 is back. So how long is it going to take for Tesla to bring back the white interior to the Model Y standard range? Now, no longer available on the website. I talked about it a little bit in my last video, but we're going to drill down into this. If you're thinking about a Model 3, maybe you already have a Tesla, should you add a Model 3 to your lineup? Maybe a second one. Or if you haven't bought a Tesla, is the Model 3 the right car for you? Well, I have the rear-wheel drive. The latest Project Highland leaks are out. Here's what they are. If you're unaware, now at this point, the Model 3 is the oldest of Tesla vehicles, with the Model S and X seeing a recent refresh, and now the Model Y having a brand new battery in the standard range that we talked about a little earlier. So now the Model 3 is finally due for a complete rehaul, and this is called Project Highland. So what is changing? 3 different features are coming, and I want you to know about this. And remember, all Model 3s back to January now qualify for the full EV tax credit of $7,500. And I want to be clear, to get that, you have to owe up to $7,500 on your taxes. Talk to a CPA about that. But here is what is coming. Ventilated seats, especially important in the summertime if your area gets very, very hot. And yes, you can precondition the vehicle, which helps, but especially in some of those summertime temperatures, having ventilated seats really cools your body completely through very quickly and comfortably. And now they're apparently coming to the Model 3. Point number 2 is ambient lighting. So we've seen a lot of other EVs add ambient lighting in the doors and the footwells of the car. So essentially this gives you a little bit of visibility. If you haven't driven a Tesla at night, I can tell you the only thing that lights up that interior is the screen, which looks really, really cool, but the inside can feel rather dark. Apparently an upgraded sound system was discussed and said to be coming in the Project Highland Model 3. So when do you buy? Do you buy right now? Because there's some big incentives if you do, and here they are. One of the latest perks of Tesla recently is if you take inventory delivery, so a car that's on inventory on the Tesla website before June 30th, you will get free supercharging for 3 months. So is this a deal? So look, most of your charging is going to happen at home. I can show you my charging statistics, and the majority of my charging, the blue, happens at home, with the red being the occasional supercharging. So that's good. It's a good deal if you go on road trips. It's really not if you don't go on road trips. But here's what I want to say. This is obviously a clean out of current inventory. I do want to tell you, I would 100% wait. That is my advice. This is an incentive for you to take delivery sooner than later, and you're not going to get that Project Highland. But my prediction, again, that inventory benefit, that extra 3 months of supercharging ends June 30th. So what I'm thinking is because of that, maybe July could be the first time that we see this Project Highland. And if it's not July, I am almost certain it's going to be a month or very shortly after. So I would wait. You're going to get ambient lighting, ventilated seats, a new sound system. There's new exterior features coming as well. But let's move on from Project Highland into the next point that is coming that's going to affect you right now. Speaking of charging your Tesla at home and not at a supercharger, the wall connector just got $50 more expensive, so now it's $475. So is it worth it? So if you're watching this and you own a Tesla, you might agree. If you do not have a Tesla, I want you to listen to this. You have two options, most common options, a NEMA outlet or this more expensive wall connector. So is it worth it? Yes, I think it looks much better, but aside from that, it's a higher quality install and product. And what I mean is it's just a branded, cleaner looking product. I have the NEMA outlet and I kind of regret not springing for the wall connector. So here's another good point that I heard from somebody when I was reading through this article about the wall connector. If you get a NEMA outlet, again, that's what I have, your charge is more than enough. It's 35 miles per hour, give or take a few miles. But if you get cheap outlets, if you go to Home Depot and you get some cheap hardware, or I've heard if the connector is not done properly, especially on those NEMA outlets, you could have some error messages and so on. I know for my cars, I've had to unplug and replug in my NEMA adapter. It only takes a few seconds. So Tesla owners, let me know what you think. Do you like your NEMA outlet? Do you like your wall connector? Which one would you choose if you had to do it all over again? Let's break down these two decisions, the Model Y or the Model 3. Well, the Model Y, as we've seen, is starting to increase in price. So do you buy right now? But the Model 3 has Project Highland coming up, but how long do you have to wait for that? Well, which one gets the more beneficial EV tax credit? Well, at this time, all Teslas fully qualify for the $7,500. And also remember, this is retroactive for you Tesla owners who are watching currently. And there's also state rebates as well. So factoring in that I can't get the white seats, but then there's Project Highland, which one should I get? So here's my advice. If you want the Model Y, I would 100% order right now, especially because they all qualify for that EV tax credit if you're a qualifying buyer. And you're seeing the prices already starting to go up. My prediction is that we're going to keep seeing the Model Y prices go up. If you're looking at the Model 3, I would wait. I would not order right now, even with that incentive on current inventory. Why would you buy right now when you can get so many more features? And I can tell you, ambient lighting, that is needed inside of your Tesla, especially at night. Ventilated seats, that's a nice thing to have. And I would see that they would add it to other Teslas maybe moving forward, but charging to enable it, much like they do for the cold weather pack. So that's something to think about. You're getting all of those in your Project Highland. So for that reason, I would wait. My prediction is we're going to see that come available here in July or shortly after. So are prices going to keep going up? When will Tesla add back that white interior? And when will Project Highland come out? If you're a current Tesla owner and subscriber, thank you. If you have not subscribed, consider subscribing to get all of those answers. And of course, the only way I know that you're out there watching is to drop a like. Consider using my referral link down in the description below, along with the very best Tesla accessories. Again, this is Matt from Frunk to Trunk. We will see you in the next video.